I'm Christian Hartsock with the American Border Story.
Somebody's coming to the window.
Yep.
There he comes. BP has one mission, and so do we, right? You're in here with us today. We're doing targeted enforcement operations. That's something that we do on a daily basis. These individuals that we target, we run queries, we run databases, we run analytical searches on these individuals to determine if or not they are amenable to enforcement action, right? We don't conduct indiscriminate raids. That's just not what we do. What's most important is that reasonable suspicion to determine if that person is here in the country legally. And that's established by asking the right questions.
First one's going to be from Mexico. He's a final order with a criminal history of false imprisonment, rape, sexual battery. Okay, next, criminal reinstate, Tren de Aragua gang member. Subject has a violation of protective order for domestic violence, threatened with intent to terrorize, as well as several driving under the influence for drugs. Okay, next, a criminal reinstate. He's a PC 288 arranged with a minor.
Something as egregious as a crime as this, sexual offense with a minor, this individual should have been turned over to Immigration and Customs for that. Unfortunately, this is just another example of the reoccurring thing that continues to happen with these sanctuary policies out there.
Because of the doxing issue, we have our team already set up there. Obviously, we've had a lot of incidents recently with BC Defense and some of the activist groups here in the Ventura area. Just know we have another team out in Santa Barbara who's set up on a child molester, and we also have a criminal warrant out in Santa Barbara. So depending on what happens with our operation here in Oxnard, we may break off and assist that team out there.
The other thing also is the way we go about conducting these operations. We ensure that we deconflict with locals. You just heard the officer. Okay, we're up with the locals. We are letting them know that we're in the area. That doesn't mean that they're going to come out and assist us, right? Somebody's coming to the window. Watch out to your side, watch out. Looks like they're just going across the lawn right now, Q, but we're standing by. So they're coming up right here. These are our officers right here, and this is probably the agitators right behind them. You see it right there? How the organizers find out where the officer's location to be determined, right?
So right now, we're outside this target's home, waiting for him to come out. Why not knock on his door?
Is because of current ongoing litigation that the state of California has with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We have to adapt to some of the changes and the hurdles that the state of California continues to throw at us. Politics and sanctuary state policies have made the job that's much more difficult for us to do. So we have to expend these resources. Otherwise, again, we would be doing these types of arrests in a controlled setting.
Can you define what a detainer is?
So an immigration detainer is a request from immigration to local law enforcement authority to hand this individual over to ICE so that we can continue our investigation to determine whether this person is amenable to enforcement action in the United States, right? And which is why we send a detainer out to local law enforcement to have that detainer honored, but it is not.
Why would anyone not honor that?
Sanctuary state policies prohibit local law enforcement from cooperating with us. Look inside the cells. We have posted within each and every cell the detainees' rights to speak to a consulate, whether they wish to file a complaint, if that was the case, right? And they're also going to get an opportunity to speak to their relative now that they're in custody, right?
So walk me through what should have happened if this were not a sanctuary state. How would it have gone?
The law enforcement agency would have handed him over to us, and he would have been processed and removed from the United States.
Rather than released back into the public?
Correct.
And he had been deported before?
Yes, he had. He had been deported previously back in 2015.
Is there any knowledge as to how he got back in?
No knowledge.
But somehow he just got back in.
Correct.
And then committed this crime. Correct. With a minor?
With the minor, yes.
So the next guy that we have information on is a male citizen, national of Guatemala. Black shirt, brown pants. He's got a lengthy criminal history. He's in there for battery, several terrorist threats, charges as well. Shit. Come on. I'm gonna be on the left-hand side. Okay. Yep. with all the protesters and the agitators that continue to follow us. They have a very well organized group of agitators out there, and they've been interfering in the operations in the Ventura area. The days of making arrests with 3 or 4 officers, those days are pretty much gone. They're enforcing the laws. That's simply what they're doing. And that mindset needs to change. Without it, we are a society without laws, and we can't have that. It can't stand. Corey, just a heads up. That lady behind you that's blocking traffic and the black SUV is filming us here. So just an FYI, she's possibly be an agitator.
Plate on the driver just in case she hits her vehicle or something to Grassroots and ID her later on.
Hey Corey, just an FYI, the lady right is coming across the street from behind you. Gray hoodie and colored bottom. She was just taking our picture. Same with the guy that's just adjacent to her on the other side of the block with the pink helmet and the bike.
Yeah, we see them.
Yep, there he comes. Corey behind you on a bike, black hoodie, red bandana across his face.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Hey, Clement, I think we can still sell this in case if we kill off. Because they're already honking and pointing in your direction.
Every single one of y'all pussies, bro. Man, fuck all y'all. Ain't none of y'all Americans pussies. Ain't none of y'all Americans, you fucking loser. The fuck out
And unfortunately, some of the teams that were out there right now experienced some agitators, so they had to leave the area, so they couldn't stay on this site for very long.
So the agitators effectively saved the Tren de Aragua
From being brought into custody, yes. Mm-hmm.